Hello everyone and welcome back to Tron Identity, and let's just continue where we left off. Alright, so after another decision made with a program that it's not supposed to make decisions apparently, let's go back to the vault, see if we can do some more investigating here. The vault is much as you left it. Outside, the falling debris of the explosion have stopped and the room has begun to cool from the rain and wind outside. Cass stands by the hole in the vault wall. They look more confident than you remember, more ready. Hello, Query. You okay? They turn to you. Not at all, no. But I appreciate you asking. They reach out into the void. The rain feels peculiar to me. It shouldn't. It's rain. Most common thing on the grid, right? It comes and goes? I'm curious about that. So let's go with that one. Comes and goes. So why is it so strange? They withdraw their arm, wipe it dry on their robes. It's cold out there. It is. That's strange to me too. The sensation. They walk over to you. I apologize. Ignore me. Everything feels strange right now. They are clearly still suffering from the damage they took in the explosion. How goes the investigation? A lot of power at play. I don't know who I can trust. I still don't know the fundamentals of the case. I mean, I feel like that is true. I mean, yeah, someone wanted to steal something in here, but... although, I don't know if Proxy actually wanted to steal something from in here, although it would make sense for what she was after to be in here because of how powerful it was. Yeah, there's a lot of power at play. Yes, Core, Prinz, and now Proxy. You heard about Proxy? I did, from Prinz. He made Grish bring him here to meet me. Apparently, he had to see me for himself. He seemed scared. Prinz, I mean. Grish seemed to be quite excited by the idea of a fight. It's endlessly fascinating to you how fast information travels in confined spaces. Ironic to see the same in a place so defined by secrecy. She poses no risk to you. I dealt with the issue. Dealt? You say nothing. Cass seems frustrated. Whatever I was guarding, it's safe to assume I failed in my task. I can't let that happen again. Meaning? Meaning I want to help you. This is not uncommon among victims of crime. The need to contextualize themselves as active participants by assigning themselves blame. Claw back some autonomy. Victims are usually blameless. Sometimes, though, yeah, I don't know about that in this case. We need to find out who did this. Okay. You nod. They remove their disc and hand it to you. Their hands are shaking. Are you scared? Yes, a little. Of what we'll find out. They smile bravely. I want to know the truth of this just as much as you do. More, possibly. This disc holds an answer. Alright. Alrighty. Clear 3 cards of the same value consecutively to unlock disc color. Okay. Hmm. I don't know if I can do another orange though. Hmm. I mean, not that that is a priority of mine to unlock that, but I guess it could be interesting to do so. Very annoying. With those things. Hmm. There we go. Light and sound. Alright. White light, heat rippling outward in waves. Light punches past white into a brightness unimaginable. A rumble growing into a roar, transforming into a scream. Silence, darkness, a hum, a sizzle. Everything. Nothing. Okay. You hand the disc back and Cass replaces it on their back. Their eyes flash as they sink. Silence. Anything? They look at you. No. They look uncomfortable, frustrated. I don't know what was stolen, or who stole it, or... It's okay. No, it's not. Tears swell in Cass's eyes. I want to be helpful, I really do. I want to be the one who cracks this case and finds out what happened here with you. I know there's something in there. I'm missing it. You know they want to help. This is heartbreaking. Cass falls to their knees, shaken. You kneel down to join them. I don't remember anything or anyone. I was alone in the vault. An explosion? Oblivion? Wait. Did they? Yeah, you were here for the explosion. Yeah, I mean, I was thinking this for a while now, like that. Prinz said that the explosion happened right after Cass arrived. Then I was like, oh, well, was he causing the explosion? You were in the vault. Yes, of course. That's where you found me. You were alone. Realization dawns on Cass's face. I was alone. New information. Not much, but something to build on. Yeah, I mean, I have to ask. Did you set the explosives? Cass searches what memory they have rebuilt. It's possible, but I can't remember seeing an explosive. I feel like I'd remember placing them, pressing a button or something. You believe them. In their current state, it would be hard to tell a convincing lie. It doesn't add up, yet. But they could have used him, couldn't they? You help Cass back to their feet. Maybe that one. him being so hard on himself is probably not helpful, so maybe that will help. I'm proud of you. I'll be proud once I've remembered more. At the moment, not so much. For now, they're right, but you have something to ask the others about now. Okay, at least. Do you have any suspects at all? I had one, but he has an alibi. No need to tell Cass about his question. Or the decision you made. Cass nods and looks back to the window. I think I'd like to be alone for a little while, if that's okay. I have to try and remember something more. Anything, really. You respect their request and leave as the vault continues to cool. Okay. I'm not sure who to ask other questions. Although, but shouldn't Grish be on that unknown location as well? Considering that he should be where Prinz is? Or has he gone back here? You enter Prinz's office. He and Grish are long gone. Interesting. You look around. This is a good opportunity to explore Prinz's collection of user artifacts. Okay, look at the books. Tucked away on a shelf is a thick, heavy book. Its cover shows an abstract landscape rendered in bright lights and polygons, not dissimilar to views you've seen at the outskirts of the grid. In white block capitals it says ARC X0711 beneath instruction manual. You flick through. This is a description of a machine, but specifically a machine for housing programs. You blink. This is a book about the machine in which the grid resides. Some kind of guide for users. This is profound. Learn more? You skim back through the book to the introduction and begin to read. Jump aboard the ARC X0711 and be swept away to a future like none you can imagine. Congratulations on your new purchase. With the unique technology at the heart of Encomp computers, you can feel confident that no matter what the task, your hardware will be up to the challenge. So sit back, relax, and float above the flood of lesser hardware with a powerhouse you can take with you. I'll put it back. You replace the book on the shelf, a little shaken by how close you just were to the truths you cannot fathom. A shiver, and then your focus returns. Look at small statue. You walk over to the shelves on the left. A small statue sits up on the shelf. It is simple, white plastic with printed blue highlights, but you recognize it instantly as Tron himself and take it from the shelf. You've never seen a statue like this before. Intricate hinges attach his limbs. You can fold and move him in a simulation of movement. Is this a user toy? If so, do the users know the story of Tron too? Consider the object. You were raised with the stories of Tron, his fight for the users, his eventual disappearance. The disciples of Tron modeled themselves on his example, seeking truth and justice, standing up to power, new or old. Tron was programmed to fight for the users, but DOT fight only for the truth. You'd like to meet him one day, if he still functions. You place the statue delicately back where you found it. Look at paper clipping. You walk over to the shelves on the right, going back and forth, back and forth. A slight crumpled piece of paper is tucked between two other boxes. You pull it out. It's an article of some kind. You read it. Renaissance Man by Ethan Romero. The first thing I learned about Edward Dillinger was his taste in helicopters. As I sat waiting for him at the rooftop bar of One Moss Street, I was startled to see a jet black helicopter fly past the window, illuminated decadently with red strip lighting. My subject would later explain to me that he found the red glow soothing after a long day staring at computer screens, but to me, it was pure showmanship. It doesn't make a lot of sense. Keep reading. You skip forward a few paragraphs. Dillinger laughs, his English lilt giving an impression of a man out of time, a man from a more sophisticated past, perhaps? Of course, this is an illusion. My subject is a man of the future, a great inventor, famous for his pioneering work in artificial intelligence. He waves any celebration away, of course. For him, his proudest work is in the field of arcade video games. He aspires to be an artist in the field and envisions a day where those electronic fancies are celebrated as poetry, music, and film. I chuckle at this, but he seems ardent. You've never heard of this man. Read a little more. You skip a few more paragraphs ahead. Dillinger has recently crafted his most important invention of all, a son. I ask him if Eddie Jr. shares his inventive streak. He assures me that Eddie is already showing an aptitude for mathematics and computing. He's a born leader, too, with a ruthless command of the sandbox. He's running rings around the kindergarten teachers. Dillinger tells me the boy doesn't suffer fools gladly, like father like son. There's only so much sycophancy you can stomach at a time, especially for a user you've never heard of. Yeah. You return the clipping to the nook on the shelf. Look at the blinking device. The device blinks with red light in the corner. You pick it up. Small buttons cover its surface. The blinking light radiates from a tiny screen. You carefully press one, and a simple image on the screen blinks to the right. Another button, and the image blinks left. Curious. You press another button, and the image blinks up the screen. You realize these buttons indicate movement. You press another button to the right, and a smaller image blinks out of the first. This is some kind of representation, a simulation. Is the first image a program and the other a disc being thrown? Why would Prinz have such a thing? Why would anyone bother to make it? Now you return the device to its corner, utterly confused. Look at jacket. Now you walk over to the shelves on the left. You reach for a jacket hanging in the corner. An odd garment, gray chest and cuffs with red sleeves. The collar looks vaguely military, and two large pockets flank the chest. A practical item. You've never seen anything like it. No light, and the material feels alien, otherworldly. Did this belong to a user? Someone important enough for Prinz to have it in his collection? Investigate further. You poke the strange clasps, presumably designed to hold it together. Ever the detective, you reach carefully into a pocket. Your hand brushes over some small cards. You pull them out. Duplicates. Each one printed in bright red. Flint's Arcade. Huh. You replace the jacket carefully. You'd rather nothing was out of place for Prinz's return. Okay, you take one last look at the place. Next time you're here, you'll see Prinz back at that window. He probably won't let you look at his toys again. Well, I guess that was interesting. I mean, not really, but... don't think there's going to be anything there? Oh, hello. The lobby is as you left it. A lot has shifted since you were here before. You feel almost nostalgic. Across the room stands Grish. I've been looking for you. Aren't you busy with Prinz? Ha! I've taken a break from babysitting the administrator. I wanted to see if you'd made any progress. Well, you won't like the fact that I let a certain Sierra go. You impressed me while we worked together. I'm hoping that'll continue. But first I need you to clean my disk again. Still dropping memories. Prinz needs me at the top of my game, and I'm far from it. Of course, whatever helps. Good. That's okay. You weren't expecting a thank you. Grish removes his disc, rolls it around in his hands, tilting it to catch the reflection of the energy falls. Me and my disc, we've been through a lot. The adjunct war, cycles of work keeping this place ticking over. I'm not someone who looks for help. I'm not someone who asks other programs for anything. I function independently. But tonight, I've learned something about trust. I don't know what's coming, that's why I'm asking for you to clear this up. But I'm glad we met. Thank you. He hands you the disc. Your hand hovers over the surface, ignites it. Alright. Woo! 7? Definitely not getting that. Okay. Well, that's a new color. And we need to get down to 3. At least there's not a bunch of other stuff. As in, there's not ones that lock, and we don't have those block things around. Still... Ah. That way. Adjunct. Okay. The tank blast shook the barricade Grish and Proxy huddled behind. They know we're here, Proxy gasped. Grish shook his head. This soldier was a rookie, a new program unrefactored by the experience of 100 disc wars. She'd never held a friend in her arms as they de-rest. He had. Keep your head down. They're carpeting the area, not gunning for 2 nervous programs. They'll move on. A small nod. She dropped to a sitting position and drew her disc, inspecting its contents. I'm a little fragmented. I could use a few millicycles to clean up the damage. Take your time. We're stuck here until this unit moves past. Grish pulled a flask from his shoulder, gulping down energy as he joined Proxy on the ground. After he had downed half, he offered the flask to her. She ignored him, consumed by her disc edits. She was learning, he mused, prioritizing. Good. They might survive the next few centicycles. Ah, that clears some of the mist. He smiles briefly. It's quiet for now. No sign of Proxy. None of my men have spotted her, and no call-ins. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you? I mean, I don't know. I mean, they do have history, but they didn't... I mean, he doesn't seem too fond of her, but I don't know. Like, he is supposed to be... Like, Query is supposed to be about the truth, so... I de-rest her. Huh? Didn't know you had it in you. Prinz will make himself known to you once I tell him about this. Keep an eye out. He'll likely want to thank you personally. If Proxy is out of the picture, that makes the boss safe. You're solving all my problems tonight. Well, I don't know about that. Did she say anything to you about her plans? She was looking for code that gives you superpowers. He laughs. That'd be useful. What can I help you with? I don't think he's gonna tell me that. How are your men holding up? Good. They're securing floors throughout the building. I've told them to keep clear of your investigation for now. My priority is securing the repository. If Proxy came, so will others. What are you doing? How are you doing, so not what? Alright. I'm looking forward to rejoining your investigation after this is done. I've been better. Cass was alone when the explosion happened. You're sure? They remember nobody in the room with them. Someone outside then? Remote control? Maybe. Yeah, Sierra has an alibi. He scoffs. And what might that be? He was in the library with Ada. We'll see. When this is over, I'll ask him my own questions and consider his release. You don't tell him the choice you made. For now. Okay, Prince's office feels different without him. He smirks. It would, I imagine. Did you touch anything? I like to be thorough. There's nothing relevant to your case there. Stay away from the Prince's stuff. Where is Prince? Chris shakes his head. Nope. I wouldn't tell you if you had a disc to my throat. He's safe, is all you need to know. There are parts of this place only I know about. No more questions. You need to go back to Prinz. I do. Good luck out there. He gestures towards the elevator. You take the hint and leave. Hopefully, he can keep his side of things together. Okay. Oh, I guess Prinz is up in his office again. Well, I am going to end this video here, and we will go somewhere else in this building next time. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!